Hello students, welcome to this channel. In this channel we have given the notes for history and civics for ICSE board syllabus. It will be of much useful to you to learn history and civics by following these notes. So you better subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends, so let them also be benefited from it. Okay, come on, let us move on to the lesson. Class 6, History and Civics. Chapter 1, the Mesopotamian Civilization. Get set. Here, the names of 4 rivers are given, and we have got to find out the names of the cities which are located on the banks of these rivers. Number 1, River Tiber, Rome. Number 2, Hudson River, it is there in US, New York. River Seine, Paris, and River Yamuna, Delhi. Our capital city, Delhi, is located on the banks of River Yamuna. Okay, first question, why did civilization come up near rivers? What are the reasons for civilization to come up only near rivers? Answer. Point number 1, the rivers provided sufficient water to support large settlements. So, people settled in places where they could get abundant quantity of water. So, rivers only can provide large amounts of water, so people settled over there. Point number 2, the land near the rivers were very fertile. People could grow more crops. As we all know that generally the lands near rivers are very fertile, so for them it is easy to grow crops and make use of them. That's why they settled over there. Point number 3, the rivers served as means of transport. By means of boats and other locally made transportation, people, they had very much used rivers for transportation purposes. That's why they have settled over there. Number 2, why were the early river civilizations called Bronze Age civilizations? The early river valley civilizations used bronze to make tools and implements. The people belong to this early river valley civilization. They used bronze to make their tools and other accessories. Hence, they were also called the Bronze Age civilizations. Number 3, what are the features of civilization? In other words, what are the characteristics of civilization? In civilization, number 1, people live in towns and cities. Number 2, trade exists between far-flung areas. People trade not only in the local areas but with other countries at a far off place. Third one, social and economic divisions exist in society. As we all know that even today there are economic divisions, poor and rich, the literates and the illiterates. Similarly, in a civilization, social and economic divisions exist. Some groups are more powerful than others. Fourth one, a government exists to maintain law and order. In a civilized society, there exists a government to make law and order. In an uncivilized society, we can't expect this thing to happen. Fifth point, different religious beliefs and art forms exist. different kinds of religions and different kinds of worshipping methods and different kinds of artifacts, art forms should exist in a civilization. Fourth question, name the places which have become the center of civilization. We know that in the world there are 4 places where civilizations got developed. That's what they asked in this question. Answer, number 1, the valley of the Tigris and Euphrates in Mesopotamia, which is nothing but the modern day Iraq. 2, the Nile Valley in Egypt. Third one, the Indus Valley in the Indian subcontinent. Fourth one, the Huanghe Valley in China. Fifth question, which is called the cradle of civilization? Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is called the cradle of civilization. Do you know why? Among all 4 civilizations, this Mesopotamian civilization was the first to develop. That's why this particular civilization is called as the cradle of civilization. Sixth one, name the places that are included in Mesopotamia. Regions of Sumer, Akkad, Babylonia and Assyria. These are the 4 places that comprise the Mesopotamia. Seventh question, how do we get to know about the Mesopotamian civilization? In other words, what are the sources by which we can learn deeper and deeper about Mesopotamian civilization? We get to know through archaeological sources. So archaeological sources are very important to learn about Mesopotamian civilization. Number 1, the ziggurat at Ur. Ziggurat means what? It's a kind of Mesopotamian temple. Second one, the seals. As we all use the rubber stamp today, these people had used a kind of seal to identify them. Third one, the literary sources such as the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh. In India, we do have epics, isn't it? The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, kind of. Similarly, they had also got one epic called the Epic of Gilgamesh. Eighth question, the Mesopotamian civilization was the world's first civilization. The Mesopotamian civilization was the world's first civilization. That's why it is referred to as the cradle of civilization. It was developed under the Sumerians. It was developed under the people called Sumerians. Next question. Name the ancient Mesopotamian cities that have been excavated. So, in archaeological findings, the excavations are more important. What is meant by excavation? Digging the earth to explore, to discover the civilization or the remnants of civilization that could be found underneath the ground. That is called excavation. Here they have asked the names of the cities that have been excavated to explore or to discover Mesopotamian civilization. Answer, Eridu, Kish, Uruk, Lagash and Ur. 10th question. It's a long answer question. Explain in detail about the ancient city named Ur. Answer. First point, Ur was the biggest city. Second point, it was divided into 3 parts. Number 1, the sacred area, where the temple called the ziggurat and all was located. Second point, Second part, the walled city on the mound. What is meant by a mound? A raised area. A raised area is called a mound. The walled city on the mound and the outer town. The sacred area consisted of a tower called the ziggurat. So ziggurat is nothing but a kind of tower which we all see in our temples, on top of which was a temple dedicated to the god. Actually, here we build a tower over the temples. Here, unlike our towers, here a tower kind of raised platform was made. Over that, they had built their temples. So the sacred area consisted of a tower called the ziggurat, on top of which was a temple dedicated to the god. Then offices and storehouses were also situated in the sacred area. So in that sacred area, apart from their temple, offices and storehouses, granaries were also situated. The walled city and the outer town were residential areas. The walled city and the outer town were residential areas. Means what? That's where the people lived, the people reside in their houses. Next question. Explain in detail about the houses found in the city named Ur. Answer. Houses were made of mud bricks. Houses were made of mud bricks. Each house consisted of a central courtyard with rooms around it. Even today, we can see such type of houses in the villages. Even in modern buildings also, in many areas, people construct like that. In schools and colleges, we can see. At the central part of the building, there exists a courtyard. All around the courtyard, we have classes or rooms built all around it. We can see even in these days. So each house consisted of a central courtyard with rooms around it. Next question. Describe the social classes of Mesopotamian cities. Answer. The king was very powerful. He was the head priest and performed religious rites and sacrifices. The king was very powerful. Apart from his kingship, he also held the post of head priest in their temples and performed religious rites and sacrifices. Unlike our civilization or unlike in our country, king is separate and the priest in the temples are some other people. It's not like that in Mesopotamian civilization. The king, he himself was the head priest and he used to perform all sorts of religious rites and sacrifices. Second point, he and the royal family held the highest position in the society. So the royal family and the king, they were on the top of the society. Next point, priests, high officials and scribes. Scribes means what? Writers were next in importance. In the next category of importance, priest, other priests. The king was the head priest. Apart from him, they used to have some other priest in the second category. So priests, high officials and scribes, means writers. They were next in importance. Then came the farmers, the artisans, and the traders. In the third category, farmers are there, the artisans. Artisans means what? The people who make all sort of artifacts. And the traders, they come in the third category. Then at last, the slaves were at the bottom of the social ladder. Slaves were put in the bottommost level of the social ladder. Next question. Write about the family conditions in the Mesopotamian city. The father was the head of the family, as we all have in most of our societies. Second point, boys were sent to school while girls learned cooking, spinning, and other household work. So, in their civilization, girls were not allowed to learn, allowed to study. They were not allowed to go to school. Only boys were allowed to go to school, while girls learned household chores like cooking, spinning, and other household work. Third point, some were taught to read and write at home. In affluent societies, in rich society, in rich people, though they hadn't sent their girls to school, they taught them to read and write at home itself. Next one is women were not treated equal to men. Women were not given equal rights as given to men. They were not equal. They were not treated equally. So with this video session has come to an end. The rest of the questions or the rest of the notes follow in the next video. If you'd like to keep viewing, keep watching this series of videos, you better subscribe, share it with your friends, and don't forget to click the bell button for more and more notifications.
Like, share and comment and subscribe our channel and click the bell button for more videos. Thank you.